Hello everyone, welcome to NPR Maya, your channel to learn all the tricks to easily generate NPR shaders in Maya software. Here, I will guide you step by step to get the most out of each feature. In this video, we'll look at the aiToon shader, which allows to create 3D models with outlines. This is a basic level, but I will create a more advanced tutorial where we will explore how to create different new effects with the aiToon shader. So, let's get started. Let's begin by creating a new 3D model. Here I have a jar, but you can create a sphere, for example, by going to Polymodeling and selecting the sphere icon. I also have an area light with the intensity set to 1000. You can create one as well by going to Rendering and clicking the area light icon. Once we have everything set up, select the model and press the right mouse button over it, and then go down to Assign New Material. Go to Arnold and then go down to select aiToon shader. If we pull the Arnold render view, at the moment we cannot see any outlines because we need to activate a filter in the render settings. Make sure that in the render using you have selected Arnold Renderer. Select the Arnold Render tab, go down to Filter and change the parameter type from Gaussian to Contour. With this filter added, now we can see the outline. Below the type parameter, we find another one called Width that allows you to set the thickness of the stroke. Let's set it to 7.5 so I can show you an effect later on. Now, let's go to the right hand side of the screen to the tab called Attribute Editor, where we are going to start adjusting some parameters of the aiToon shader. In the Edge tab, we can modify the color of the outline by clicking on the rectangle next to the edge color. In the edge opacity, we can make the outline more transparent or opaque. And underneath, we have the width scaling that allows to adjust the thickness of the stroke. And it is basically based on what we set in the render settings before. In the Edge Detection tab, if we go down to Angle Threshold, we can add inner lines to the 3D model. And the smaller we set the number, the more inner lines we will get, as we see. Now, if we want to start doing more creative styles, a very interesting parameter to look at is normal type. If we change from shading normal to smooth normal, it doesn't do too much. But if we go to geometric normal and we set the value to 2, for example, we will start to see the geometric lines of the 3D models. If we set the correct number in the angle threshold, in this case I will put 18.243, it will show just the vertex of the polygons. Or, if we put, for example, 17.027, we will see a mix of lines and dots. For this effect, it's important to set a high number in the width parameter in the render settings, as we did before, to be able to see it properly. If we go down to the Silhouette tab and we enable this parameter, this will allow you to edit just the outlines of the objects. We can change his color, his opacity, and his width scale. But the last parameter seems to affect both the outline and the inner lines. In the next tab, which is called Base, we can change the color of our model. To do so, we need to increase the parameter weight to be able to see it. The higher the number, the more we will see the color. And last but not least, in this tutorial, we will look at the specular parameter, which allow us to set some light reflection on the object. We can set the color of the specularity, influence how much we see this parameter, and how shiny it looks by adjusting the roughness. And that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. See you in the next one!